Is this thing recording or what? It is. All right, so here we go with this whole little YouTube thing, huh? I guess we're doing it. All right, we're turning up the window. And we're turning up the AC here in a bit. Anyways, so, you know, I'm not really good with the camera. Never been really good in front of a camera. But my lovely partner in crime here got me a camera for my birthday, so now we're gonna put it to work. As many times as I've tried this, I've never really gone through with it, but now that I actually have the ability to do so, why not, right? But nonetheless, I guess this is just a little introduction of what I plan to do with this. For those who know me, you know I'm into the whole bodybuilding thing. This is basically just a way to track the process and, you know, go for a pro card eventually. But right now it's just, you know, getting used to the camera and trying to see what I can do. Mainly focusing on workouts, progression, you know, whatever else comes with this whole thing. But yeah, we're gonna do this and I'm excited. I'm excited to bring you guys some hopefully quality content with the babes. But we're gonna do this thing and hopefully it all goes well. Yeah. Today is a rest day. Today is Thursday, November the 14th. And today's a rest day. It's an active rest day. My coach Greg has both me and Jessica here on a. It's weird to say your name.
It is weird.
It's weird. Anyways, he has us on the active rest days on Thursdays, so we decided to go do some softball stuff only because the lady friend, the baby, she's getting back into softball, so we're gonna get her back into it. We're heading out to the cages, batting cages out here in Mesa, so we will do that and we'll see y'all there, I guess. So we're heading to the cage. We're heading to the cages right now.
I was excited.
And I told my girl to just kind of get some you know, content while we drive out there, 10-minute drive, but she's gonna ask me a few questions. I told her to just ask anything and we'll see, you know, what she hits me with. So what was your first question, babe?
What made you get into bodybuilding?
So what got me into bodybuilding, you know, it's not the cliche, oh, I used to get bullied and called fat or whatever in high school. It was really none of that. I never really did much in high school. I mean, I wrestled for a bit. I played soccer, but never at school. I mean, I was a self-conscious thing at one point because I did, you know, I was kind of self-conscious about myself, you know, so I went on this whole little weight loss journey, lost a good amount of pounds, and then I just started lifting weights and things just kind of took off from there. You know, as they say, you fall in love with the process, you fall in love with seeing results, so that's where it just stemmed from. And I met my buddy Marco, shouts out to Marco Diana. We linked up one day at a small gym back home called Brickhouse Fitness out in Carroll Stream, Illinois, and you know, he told me that he was prepping for a show, I think at the time when I first really met him, and you know, he told me that he was being coached by Greg, also known as GVL Fitness or Greg Lovato. But you know, I asked him, I was like, okay, well, you know, how does this work out? He told me how it worked, and I was like, oh, that'd be something I'm interested in. And from there, just kind of took off. Me and Greg have been working for almost 4 years now together, and he put me through my first 2 shows. We've seen nothing but amazing progression, and I cannot be more thankful for that man. He's been just in my corner this whole entire time, and you know, he's helped me do a lot. So, shouts out to Greg for real.
When was your last show?
Whew, last show, I think it was in June 22. So it's been a little bit over 2 years now, going on 3, and we're planning to step on stage 2025. So me and Greg talked. We have a thing planned out, kind of, and you're gonna be doing it with me too.
I am.
So that's the goal right now, you know, just getting back into the groove of things and stepping back on stage 2025.
How many shows are you planning to do next year?
So it all really depends. Goal is to win not just my class, but an overall. I told myself that if I can't even bother to win my class, I wouldn't do a national show this year. So the goal right now is I have my sights on one show for now. if I win my class, if I win the overall, then we'll probably do a national show, try to shoot for the pro card, kind of get the feet wet, see how that is. You know, obviously when you're going into a national level show, you're competing against some really, really, really top of the notch guys. So again, if I can't win my overall, my class, my overall, then there's no point. But if anything, you know, if the first show doesn't go as planned, then we'll probably shoot for another show, possibly in Chicago. I'm shooting for maybe 2, possibly 3. It all really depends on health too, because as we know, bodybuilders, you know, you want to make this a long run thing. You know, you don't want to push too hard with certain things and gas yourself out too soon. So
Why is such a long break between your shows?
2022 was the last time I competed. I was really excited to go into my technically third real off season, and things just kind of changed in terms of what I was doing at this point with my life. Kind of just lost passion for it after hurting myself. I hurt my hamstring pretty badly, so I kind of just took some time off to recover. Thankfully, it wasn't anything serious to where I needed surgery or anything like that, thankfully. But that right there just kind of put me in a position where I lost the flame. And on top of that, just, you know, in that situation that I was in, you know, at that time I was in a relationship where, we're being real and honest here too, so I'm going to keep it raw with you guys, but I was in a relationship where, you know, things were changing for me, you know, in terms of lifestyle and how things were being done, and bodybuilding just really wasn't one of the things in this talk about futures and all this stuff with said person. So, you know, eventually I kind of weaned off, and I kind of came close to closing the bodybuilding chapter in my life. But when you really love this shit, you can't give it up no matter how hard you try. And that's what I realized, that, you know, no matter how hard I try to give it up, it's in me. It really is. And, you know, a bunch of people would tell me that I have the genetics, the potential, the work ethic, and it relit that fire under my ass, and, you know, jumped back onto the train, and now we're here. And honestly, I feel like this time around I'm a lot better, I'm a lot more consistent, I'm a lot more determined. It's been a ride.
How important is a support system for you?
Oh, it's extremely important. Being in certain positions in the past where the support really wasn't there, it really did hinder a lot of things that I felt like I could have done different. So support system is number one. You know, Greg, number one support system. Obviously you've been amazing. You've supported me with everything. You helped me prep my meals, pack my meals. You know, you've helped me get out of certain ruts. A support system is definitely very important. Honestly, if you don't have a good, healthy support system, yes, this is a solo sport. This is a selfish sport as well, you know, because a lot of your time is getting consumed by the gym, by dieting, all this stuff. But support system, you know, when you have someone to rely on, not just your coach, you know, but family, partner, it just makes things a lot easier. It like takes off a lot of stress off your shoulders, and you know, thankfully this year around I have an amazing locked down support system through you, through Greg. You know, obviously my family, you know, being Hispanic and, you know, caring for me as much as they do, they don't like the idea of me bodybuilding for certain reasons, which again, I don't blame them. But nonetheless, they're still there for me. They support me. My sisters especially, you know, they care a lot for me. And my parents back home, you know, they support anything I do. And although it might not be their favorite thing that I'm doing myself, they still support it. So I'm very grateful for that. So support system is key. If you have a great support system, lights out.
What is one stigma around bodybuilding that you disagree with?
That bodybuilders are dicks or jerks or just kind of like cocky and arrogant. I'm not gonna lie, the stigma comes from the guys that do think they're, you know, that their shit don't stink. You know, once you get to a certain point in bodybuilding, you know, whether it's getting your pro card or just being extremely well known on social media, you know, you kind of just lose that humbleness to you. And I've seen it happen with certain people. Personally as well, you know, I feel like people are kind of scared to come up to me and talk to me only because, like, I have this, what's the...
You have an RBF.
RBF, yes, that.
You have a resting bitch face.
I tend to have this very serious look to me when I'm working out. And it's not even because, like, you know, I don't want to talk to you or whatever. I mean, I like when people come up to me and talk to me and, you know, ask me questions. It's just I'm locked in, I'm zoned out. But I feel like that's the biggest stigma that bothers me personally, because it's like, you know, we're not all arrogant, we're not all cocky, we're not all, you know, assholes. You know, some of us are really cool. Like most of the guys that I talk to still, really humble guys, really cool. Obviously, we don't want to have our time taken away from us when we're working out, but, you know, outside of that, like, we're, you know, we're pretty cool. I mean, at least, you know, speaking for myself here. But yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing is, you know, all bodybuilders are jerks and cocky, arrogant, whatever, because, you know, we have these bodies or whatever, we look big or whatnot, we look intimidating, whatever the case might be, right? But I feel like that's probably the number one stigma that kind of does kind of get under my skin. The second biggest one, I would say, steroids. Obviously, we know that we have to do certain things to get to a certain level, and a lot of stigma around it is like, oh, well, you know, that guy took steroids, he looks good because he took steroids, you know, steroids this, steroids that. Like, yeah, sure, we, you know, use certain things that, you know, are taboo, but that doesn't take away from the hard work, that doesn't take away from the hours in the gym, that doesn't take away from the money spent on food, supplements, you know, blood work, maintaining your health, all that stuff. So you know, it's not just all steroids, it's not just all that, it's hard work, it's a lot of time, money, blood, sweat, and tears. So that's another stigma that really does bother me, I feel like. Mm-hmm. So we made it to the cages. Mm-hmm. We're here, and we're gonna show you guys what Miss Baby over here can do with the bats, because to my understanding,
washed up.
To my understanding, she was like the fucking hottest thing on the fucking on the diamond, right? Turns out that she was right. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go ahead here and show you guys what Miss Jess can do with the bats. Mm-hmm. So let's get to it. Well, the people got to know who you are. So when's the last time you played?
The last time I played was 2015.
Okay. And what about softball really got your attention?
I'm very competitive, so I like winning.
There she is.
I like winning.
You guys should see her when the Chiefs play.
All right, the Chiefs are a different story, okay? But I just think it's really fun. I like the activity level in it, and I like the competition that comes with it, and it makes me feel good.
So, speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs, are you a Swiftie? Is that the only reason why you like the Chiefs?
Oh my gosh, no. I am born and raised from Kansas, so it's in my blood. I'm not no Swiftie fan. I actually despise her. I hate when they show her on the camera. It's very annoying. I want to go back to the game.
And what got you into lifting? Share us your background story, because I know you had a wild ride there.
So at one point, I was over 250 pounds and going through a lot of trial and error for losing the weight. And at one point, I just kind of decided that I was over it. So I started going to the gym, and I was in the gym 6 to 7 days out of the week. Ended up losing 100 pounds. And now, because I got out of softball, weightlifting has kind of taken over that spot of making me feel good and keeping me active. So it's going to be a little difficult finding a balance between doing the two, but I'm very excited to see where it goes with it. Mm-hmm.
Any last words before we get to it?
I want to go to the cages. I'm ready.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's pretty dope over here. We are at Home Run in Mesa, Arizona, about to get it cranking, so we'll see you guys at the cages. So here's the stuff.
My dirty phone? How are you going to expose me?
Clean your car, man.
Are we going to talk about your car?
That's crazy. You went too far.
No, I think we should talk about your car next.
She's been through a lot. Mm-hmm. But she'll get cleaned eventually.
This bag is 15 years old, at least. And it's been through a lot.
No kidding. It's nice to be in a state where it's not 30 degrees at 6 in the afternoon, so good weather here.
I'm showing him the long neck man.
Long neck dude?
Yeah.
So that actually tripped me out because we were driving back home one night, and I was telling her because there's a lot of tweakers that hang out over there, and like tweakers must love that shit.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Sure is.
Okay, we're gonna go get our tunnel. We'll be back. Hey, there's a door there.
Alright guys, so we are here at our cage and we're about to crank it out. She wanted me to look good on camera tonight, so she went with the softball slow pitch. Because last time we did fast pitch, I had a complete ass of myself. But it was fun.
That's true.
It was fun.
Next time we're definitely gonna do a fast pitch though, so they can see.
Oh, yeah. The girl is excited about the new tape on the bat.
Feels really good.
Oh, that's nice. Feels brand new.
Yeah. We're gonna edit this, right?
Yes, we're gonna edit this. So she's going up first to bats. Let's see what Miss Folk has, cause she got game.
Your turn.
Alright, it's time to let the real dog go. Fucking time out.
Crazy. Give me this. You want the glove? You want this?
Huh?
He says that now. He's gonna ask for it in a minute.
That's how you do it, man. Alright, that was okay.
And it was a practice swing.
Some warming up. That's all about we back. We back.
We back.
We back.
There you go.
Alright, so I was talking so much shit, and I did shit.
Every time.
That's alright. We'll just, you gotta warm up a bit, you know? It's like when you're going for that heavy set, you know, you gotta just warm up and get mentally ready. That's what we're doing here. Let's watch her hit some slammers. Man. Another good one. Alright, she's showing off for the camera. I know it. Trying really hard right now. Aren't you?
No, I'm just this good. The other knuckles. See?
I just posted something on my Instagram, and one of my homies, his name is Carter, shout out to Carter. He's like, yo, bro, I want to see you hit some tanks. Dude, it's not going to be me hitting the tanks. It's going to be this girl.
What?
Wow.
What's going on over there?
Without a freaking rocket. I'm not.
We'll see.
I'm not leaving without a rocket.
The creepy dude.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Imagine being a tweaker off the fence. Fuck.
Alrighty. Can't look at that and drive.
Yeah, you're right. We're back at it. Finally calling it a day.
Because we're gonna eat some foods.
This is gonna be my last meal of the day after 6 meals. Greg's gotten us on 6 meals, so. Hey, coming back to the whole 6 meal thing is pretty tough. It's actually harder than I thought it'd be, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta get the food in. So I did post on my Instagram story for some questions from you guys. or for my followers or whatever to, you know, ask on this first video we're making. First question I got was from Coach Greg.
He said, food you miss most from Chicago. You know, AZ doesn't hit in the food category.
You know what? Unfortunately, it is very true. Arizona does not hit. I mean, you got your standard Whataburger, your In-N-Out.
Taco Boys is good.
Taco Boys is okay, for sure. AZ definitely doesn't hit in the food category. I mean, they have some pretty decent Hispanic joints only because obviously, like, Arizona is, like, heavily Hispanic populated, so they do have some really good Hispanic eats. Chicago, man. Chicago has everything. Hot dogs, burgers, pizza. You name it. But honestly, favorite foods would definitely be, I would say honestly, Italian foods. I'm not saying this because Greg's Italian, but like the Italian eats out there are just different. Like the little hole in the wall spots, you know, those little small pizzerias. I feel like that's probably what I miss the most because out here, I mean, you have a Barro's, which is kind of like their main. It's almost like the
Can't knock
Illuminati's.
Barro's.
No, Barro's is good. It's like the Illuminati's of Chicago or whatnot. Like Barro's is basically that out here. Their pizza's actually pretty good, but I feel like honestly the biggest thing I miss from Chicago is that and their hot dogs, their Chicago style hot dogs. They have Portillo's out here, but they missed the mark heavy. So definitely Italian foods, the Chicago hot dogs. You know.
I also thought of somewhere we have to go in Kansas when we go in a couple weeks, in like a month.
Oh yeah, so we're going to Kansas too to visiting her hometown.
He's meeting the fam.
Meeting the fam for Christmas, so we're heading out there for a bit. That's gonna be fun.
Are you excited to go?
I am, because I'm actually really excited to see the Chiefs Stadium. It's gonna be pretty cool.
We're gonna take a tour of it.
You know, I've never really was a big football fan up until meeting my girl, only because football has always caught my attention in some way, some form, but I never really followed it the way I do now. She comes from a background of like literally everyone playing football. Her dad, her brothers, her stepmom's son played. You know, they come from a family of football, and just being in that environment is super cool. Seeing the game last week, the Chiefs versus Broncos, these guys were on fucking edge. Like, her dad was at the edge of his seat. She was on the edge of her seat. She ended up taking a nap.
I got very annoyed, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a nap. I didn't even watch the end of the game, and him and my dad actually woke me up from screaming because we blocked the field goal.
That was intense. That was actually really cool. Like, just seeing how passionate her dad is about football, it's just really cool. So football has become a thing now for me. You know, obviously playing it is definitely out the question, but just watching it, following it the way, you know, they do has been really cool. So yeah. All right, so we are back, and it is Friday.
It is Friday.
And Miss Jessica has a game today, her first game in a long time. How long has it been, babe?
10 years.
So she's going to play after 10 long years, and we're going to go out there to support her. I brought the camera out just to kind of film her and look back and see, you know, her first game in 10 years. So we're here, we're ready. Brought a meal with me because your boy's got to stay on top of his shit no matter where we go. So we're about to go watch her play and see how things pan out for her. I'm really excited. The audio quality is not the greatest, so me and her ordered some microphones that should be coming in later today. I might run back home to pick them up just because I want to have them, especially watching her play. You know, it'd just be kind of cool to have them. So, are you excited?
I'm excited. Very excited.
So we were talking about it last night at the cages. Actually, we went to get food last night, and she saw a Facebook post about a team needing a sub, and she picked up on that right away. So obviously you can tell that she's very excited, and she's joining a league soon.
I couldn't wait until December.
So there's a league in December, so that's going to be cool to watch her. Might be playing during prep.
Oh, I might. It'll be okay.
Extra cardio. Other than that, I did hit a chest day today. It was my second push day. Didn't get any on film only because I kind of just want to figure out the rules of the gym with cameras. I mean, I know EOS out here isn't too crazy anal about cameras, I think, because I've seen other people bring them, but we'll see how it goes. I did look into what's it called, DJI cameras, like these little mini pocket cameras that are pretty cool, but they're pricey.
Like
So
$400.
yeah, they're pretty expensive. So I mean, I might invest in one of those just to kind of bring to the gym. We'll see. We're also thinking about getting a gimbal. That's what it's called,
A
right?
gimbal stabilizer.
Just to kind of mess around. But you know, if we're gonna do this whole YouTube thing, you know, hoping it all goes well, definitely gonna turn it into an investment. Other than that, yeah, we're gonna get the ball rolling here with Miss Jessica. So, you ready, babes?
Very ready. We'll be there in less than 20 minutes.
20 minutes, T minus 20. So, we'll see y'all at the field. How you feeling, man?
Yes.
Danny.
Hey, nice to meet you. Sorry I'm running late. I got turned around at the other fields over there.
Yeah. You ready for this or what?
No, I'm not.
We literally bought our cleats yesterday. It's pretty badass. Hi. Yeah, that was a really good hit.
Dad's like, you guys switch the other way?
Huh?
Go lefty too?
I haven't practiced enough.
There you go. Good, that's good. Yeah, baby. 1-2, baby, 1-2. Stay there. So how does it feel after 10 years of shaking off some rust?
Oh, it's wild.
Yeah?
For sure.
Good out there.
Thank you.
All right, so we are testing out these cool little microphones that we bought off Amazon just to get better audio quality. So hopefully they come in handy. Kind of cheaped out for now, but it's all right. We are headed to Winco because we're bad dog parents and didn't get the dogs food.
We're not bad dog parents.
We're not bad dog parents. We just had a busy day today, but we are headed to a Winco out here to get food.
Okay, so you went to my first softball game today.
That was really fun.
How was it? What'd you think?
Just seeing you in your element was really cool. You know, it was really fun just seeing you get out there again and, you know, just do the thing that you used to do. And, you know, for 10 years not playing, you did really good. So
I'm not washed up.
So she's not washed up. It's like riding a bike, you never forget. It was really cool. I'm really excited. And I mean, you got scouted your first day, so.
True, I did.
It's going to be fun to just kind of go to games and, you know, be your little cheerleader or whatnot. And when I do my shows, you know, the roles are flipped, but.
And I get to be your cheerleader.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
And watch you up on stage?
It's going to be a good time.
It is.
We are going to make our first video here soon. The goal is to start editing tomorrow, possibly Sunday, and because I don't work on Mondays, probably just do a little bit of finishing touches on Mondays and probably drop the first video next week, so we'll see what happens. We got a lot of good stuff coming up here. Again, you know, yes, there's going to be more bodybuilding stuff here, but not just bodybuilding, just, you know, life stuff too. You know, we're
just everyday things.
Everyday stuff that we got planned out.
And we're going to do a grocery haul soon.
Yes, and then kind of just get a little grocery haul in just to kind of show you guys what two people that bodybuild eat. You know, it's nothing new, nothing that you guys probably haven't seen. You know, the good old chicken, rice, oats, but you know, just a little fun trip. Kind of get it on the video camera, but I'll probably start filming some workouts I'll try to get my pull day tomorrow because I do have a pull day. I do have a really busy weekend only because she's moving out of her apartment. We have to grab some stuff so she can bring it on over to my place. We have the Chiefs game on Sunday. About to watch the Chiefs hit that, 10-0?
Yep. What else do we have on Sunday?
Tournament game.
Yep, my first tournament game.
So, background story, one of the girls that was on the team that she played with for today, mind you, she just subbed. It was a sub.
Random. I was just looking on Facebook and I saw somebody needing a sub for 2 games tonight. So I was like, hey, let me sub for you guys.
She has a tournament game that she was invited to, which is really cool. So we're going to go to that on Sunday morning and then head over to Dad and Denise's, which are her lovely parents that always have us over for Sunday football, which is really cool. We're going to go over there and just kind of watch the Chiefs game and see what happens. It's going to be a really good game because it's Chiefs versus the Lions?
The Bills.
Bills.
The Lions? Where did you get the Lions?
Am I tripping?
That's from the playbook. That's the Super Bowl.
That's right, the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's the script. Sorry, I leaked the script. We're going to go watch them play versus the Bills. That's going to be a good game because the Bills are on fucking fire. So that's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, fucking Josh Allen.
Yeah, fuck that guy. That's going to be a good game. And then Sunday after that, we really don't have much else besides just I have my hamstring day. And it's her off day, so we'll see what we do there. But this is going to be officially our first video, see how it goes. Obviously, I'm not expecting for it to take off, but I know. Just kind of dabbling with this whole YouTube thing again. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I've just never really done it. So I do appreciate any support that I do get, especially, from all my friends. But knowing that I've been wanting to do this, and hopefully some of her friends too tune in. But yeah, it's going to be our first video. First video was just kind of random. There was really nothing lifting wise. We did have a little bit of bodybuilding talk in there, but in terms of like lifts, we didn't really get any on film.
It was a good Q&A sesh.
Yeah, good little Q&A sesh. We shall start getting some bodybuilding lifting content here soon. Hopefully by next week I'll start revving it up. I do still work a actual career job, so it's going to be kind of hard to edit and all that stuff. So I mean, the goal is to at least drop a video a week, just to kind of really get out there. And then we talked about potentially, that's an Integra front end EG hatch for all my car heads out there.
Everywhere we go.
That was an EG hatch Honda Civic with a Acura Integra front end. Yeah, so this is the goal. We're gonna try to drop some content and see where this all goes. But I'm really excited to get this thing going, and then prep should be coming up around here very soon. I got to talk to.
Quick.
It is. It really is. I got to talk to Greg, see what the goal is there, what the plan is. After I get bloods pulled, we'll probably start talking about plans there. But I don't really think I need an off season, only because again, just coming back to living the lifestyle. I put on get them on the size back on. The progression's been really good. My body weight's been sticking anywhere between like 230, 235. The highest I got up to was like 236, 37, close to like 238. But my body's been in the 230s. Fat gain has been very minimal. Greg has been very happy with my check-ins. So I don't think I really need an off season. The goal is to go back into the light heavyweights, possibly, again, towards like the end cap of the light heavyweights, which is like, if I'm not mistaken, well, if it's the same out here in Arizona, right, it'd be like around like 190, 195, if I'm not mistaken. I think last time I stepped on stage, I was at 190. I would like to get back down there again at 190, but actually like way leaner, only because I feel like last prep was a good prep, but I just felt like I could have been a lot leaner. So the goal is to get lean again, see what happens there, hop on stage potentially May 2025, and then from there just kind of see where the ball lands. And this is going to be our first video. I'm excited to drop it. I'm excited to edit it. We got a lot of content. So whatever content it makes on this video, it's going to be good stuff. Again, not a lot of bodybuilding related stuff, but it's going to be good stuff just to kind of show you guys what we've been on out here in Arizona, living out here, It's been
And we
great,
have a Flagstaff trip coming up.
And we have a Flagstaff trip coming up, so that's gonna be really cool too. Kind of just get on video, and the holidays too. Try to get Dad and Denise on camera more. Denise is
A character.
she's a character, and Dad's more chill, but he's really cool too. So I think this is where we're gonna call the first video, an end, and then see what happens with editing. But again, hopefully by next week, I will drop this thing and then go on from there. Again, I appreciate any support I get from you guys. I'm not expecting this to blow up right off the bat, but again, a little hard work goes a long way, so that's what we're gonna do. And then the following weeks, we go back into the whole lifting stuff and see what happens there. I'm gonna be a little bit more active on my Instagram, hopefully. I know me and her talked about potentially starting more Instagram stuff too, just to kind of get out there. She's not really as active, but she's trying to be more active, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Appreciate you guys so much. If you watched this, if you tuned in, I appreciate it a lot, wholeheartedly. Again, this is the first time actually doing this, so we'll see where it goes, but I'm really excited, especially when prep comes around. It's going to definitely be a lot more serious. Right now I'm just kind of having fun, enjoying this. I'm back into the lifestyle, having fun, but at the same time also taking it very seriously. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. And then Pro Card 2025, possibly, maybe 2026, we'll see.
I'm saying 2025.
Fingers crossed. 2025.
I'm manifesting it.
That's manifesting definitely is one of those things I really need to work on.
I'll get you there.
And she has a good friend. They know her as E. I'm definitely gonna ask her for a lot of tips and tricks on how to do this whole YouTube thing, because she does have her own channel. I'll try to throw a link to her channel if we can get it. She does like podcasts and like reaction videos and all that good stuff. So she's got really good content. So I'm gonna try to pick up some tips and tricks from her. She talked about podcasting eventually, maybe getting me and her on a podcast later in the future. And that reminds me too, my barber Juan, shout out to Juan out here in Tempe, Arizona, one of the better barbers out here for sure. He asked me to do a podcast with him, or to podcast with him. Honestly, I'd be down. So Juan, if you're watching this, I'd be down to do a podcast with you, bro. I've never really been the type of person again to like really talk on camera. But I can talk. I can talk. Like when I get into it, I can talk. Yeah, shouts out to Juan for that. And then, we'll just kind of see what happens. But this is where we are going to call our first video, finally. I said that about like 20 minutes ago.
Get this.
Let's go get this. It's late. It's about to be 11, and I got to work tomorrow. So
Lame.
let's get this shit.